Hey, Houston fans, I am so happy.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1.
Are you ready? I was born for this. Look, every Sunday, whenever we play, I get that text. Are you ready?
Texas!
The pitch. And Altuve hits it in the air pretty deep to left. Carter is back at the wall, leaves, and it is gone! It's gone! How do you like that?
One game at a time.
Green still with it. Gets it back, lets it fly, and got it!
Win on two, 1-2.
What it do, H-Town, what it do? On today's show, we're going to be discussing the Houston Rockets trade rumors. And I have two guys who have been hot and heavy on the Houston Rockets radar for years. Are the Houston Rockets truly interested in trading with the Cleveland Cavaliers for Donovan Mitchell? Or are they having real trade talks for Mikal Bridges with the Brooklyn Nets? Also, I want to talk about my number one prospect in this year's draft. Should the Houston Rockets keep the number 3 overall pick and stand pat and decide to pick? I think this guy can bring some real shooting prowess to the Houston Rockets team, as well as he's a good defender. H-Town, get your listening ears ready, strap up your boots, and let's go. Welcome back, H-Town, welcome back. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to spend a few minutes here on Everything H-Town Sports Debate Show. I'm your dreadhead host, Hot Topic TB, and like always, please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, hit that notification bell so you can get the latest when your boy drop about the Houston Rockets, Houston Texans, and the Houston Astros. But back to the topic, baby, to the topic at hand. We hear about the Houston Rockets trade rumors and also about a couple of prospects that I believe the Houston Rockets, actually one in particular that I believe the Houston Rockets should truly be interested in. But we're going to talk about the trade rumors regarding Donovan Mitchell and Mikal Bridges, man. Because to me, with Mikal Bridges and Donovan Mitchell, the Houston Rockets have been interested in these guys for a number of years. Both of these guys have been on the Houston Rockets radar for a couple of years or so. So if you hear the rumors, it's some truth to it. And I know they probably keeping an eye on the Donovan Mitchell trade, or they probably having a little small talk with the Brooklyn Nets for Mikal Bridges, because they've been trying to get this guy for a while. They even offered to give back their draft capital to try to get him mid-season last season at the trade deadline. So I believe the Houston Rockets are truly interested in getting Mikal Bridges. Also, I believe Donovan Mitchell could be a big maybe. The only downside with bringing in Donovan Mitchell is he's had injury issues, and he hasn't played a full 82-game season in his NBA career. Now, granted, his first season he played 79 games. Everybody is going to miss a game or two, maybe an ankle sprain, something like that. But the last 5 seasons, man, I think the highest games he played has been 69. Last season, he only completed 55 games, and he would be your number 1 guy, and you would be trading a ton to get this guy. And maybe a package of your number 3 overall pick, Jalen Green, a Amen Thompson, a Cam Whitmore, a Jabari Smith Jr.
Yeah, no. Hell no.
Watch your mouth.
These guys, they're probably going to want some of these guys in that package. And that's your young core that I believe, dude, if these guys stay together, I definitely do not want to let go of Amen Thompson or Cam Whitmore. Plus, I love what Jabari Smith can do. Jalen Green either, man. These guys, I have grown, and they still growing on me. And I think trading Jalen Green for a guy who hasn't completed 70 games in over 5 years, man, would be kind of a big mistake. I love Donovan Mitchell. That's one of my favorite players, one of my wife's favorite players. I love Donovan Mitchell, what he can do, 6'3", 6'4", 215 pounds, but the guy cannot stand the rigors of an 82-game season, and a lot of times he's going to miss almost a quarter or more of the season, man. So you can't put, and not to mention, you're going to have to give him a contract extension, a huge contract extension. So I don't know the Donovan Mitchell rumors, man. I wouldn't mind if it happened and it was just maybe something that we can do with regarding draft picks and we don't have to give up any guys. I know. That's me dreaming very, very hard. But the upside of Jalen Green, I know last year in the beginning of the year he struggled. And then in March he just went on a tear. I know Jalen Green, he struggled, but that guy from his rookie season, 17 points, to going up to 22 points, to 19 points a game this season. He kind of took a little step back, but overall he ended up being a better player. And I knew he was going to take a step back when he got in this Ime Udoka system because it was going to be primarily focusing on defense. So Jalen Green he had to figure out how to be a complete player, how to be a plus player and not a minus player, not a negative player when he's out there on the court. So I knew he was going to take a minor step back, but it wasn't too huge. I didn't care about the points because this year, I believe if he continues to take the strides that he took in late March to the end of the season, if he continued that on into this season, I believe the Houston Rockets will be a play-in or 7-8 seed playoff team next season, depending on the if they add a couple of shooters in free agency, or like I say, if they make a couple trades, or however they decide to upgrade this roster and bring in a little more. The Mikal Bridges, where there's smoke, there's fire, because Mikal Bridges, for some reason, he's always on the Houston Rockets radar. The last couple of trade deadlines, they wanted him. I believe the Rockets also wanted the guy when he got traded from the Phoenix Suns. So the Houston Rockets has been hot and heavy on Mikal Bridges for a while. So I believe where there's smoke, there's fire. Those guys up there are interested in this guy and maybe what he can bring. I'm not really sure who we would have to get rid of or what trade we would have to do to make the money and the salaries match. But Mikal Bridges could be a real legitimate trade. And the Brooklyn Nets can be a legitimate trade partner. So that right there, I kind of believe more than the Donovan Mitchell rumors. Yeah, Donovan Mitchell is a great player, a good player. He's been an all-star player, I believe, 5 years. He's been in the league 6 years. He won so many awards, rookie, first team, all NBA. He got a lot of accolades. So he is a good player. Better yet, a great player, a top 20 player, top 15, top 20 player. So I like what Donovan Mitchell can bring to this roster. But like I say, the injury concerns, man. We cannot give a guy an extension on top of making him our number one guy. So we trading away a scorer in Jalen Green, a guy that's younger than Mitchell. Even though Mitchell was only 27 years old, I believe Jalen Green is 22 years old, and this guy has been a scorer. And Jalen Green, I believe, will be an elite scorer. I have fears that we trade Jalen Green and Jalen Green turns to one of those Paul Georges, those Kobe Bryants, one of those guys that would just eat you alive when the ball is in his hand, Right now, he's still learning. This is really his rookie season with a real legitimate head coach. I like Steven Silas, but that guy is an assistant. He's a career assistant. He's not a head coach. So he was not teaching these guys what they needed to be doing. They was pretty much playing college basketball in the NBA or some type of elite AAU team. That's what the Houston Rockets were under Steven Silas. But now he's had his rookie season, his first year, with a real NBA coach. Just like D'Amico Ryan said about Christian Harris when he was in the system before, the previous system. This is truly his rookie season in my defense. So it's the same way. It's the same way for Jalen Green under head coach Ime Udoka. So I believe Jalen Green will continue to improve And I just don't want to be the guy to let him go, just like the Lakers let Julius Randle go. They let so many guys go who turned into perennial all-stars. And I just don't want to see Jalen Green on another roster. And he's being an all-star, being a NBA scoring leader for somebody else, man. When we drafted the guy, man, when he was the first guy that we drafted during this rebuild, man, I want to see it through. I want to see things through. The guy is lightning quick. Jalen Green can bring a lot to this roster, man. I have a guy that I really, really, really like in this draft. A lot of people may not like it. They say he's small. He's 6'3", but they say he's on the smaller side for a guard. He's more of a combo guard. He can play the 1 and he can play the 2, which I like that. Because he can probably play beside beside Jalen Green. He can play beside Amin Thompson. He can play beside Fred VanVleet. He can play beside Cam Whitmore. He can play out there with any of these guys because he don't command the ball and he doesn't have to have the ball in his hand to be a elite scorer because he is a elite 3-point shooter. He shot 3 points like 51% at UK, and that's my guy Reed Shepherd. And during the combine, he had the highest 40-inch vertical, a 42-inch vertical. I don't know how that happened, but I know my man ain't had some type of hops. I'm not going to say white boys can't jump. I'm not that type of guy because everybody with the training that they have now are super athletic, uber talented. So I'm not going to say that. But even he didn't expect to jump and get a 42-inch vertical. My guy had the highest vertical during the draft combine. So that right there combined with his shooting prowess, and also the guy can play defense, man. I think his stats truly show in the elite player. If you match this guy up with a lot of guys that came in and ended up being elite players in the NBA, if you match his college stats with these guys and the things that he does on the regular, it combines with the guy that could be a elite NBA player. And my fear is just passing up on this guy. He goes to another team, and then all of a sudden, Reed Shepherd is tearing it up. I'm not saying he's going to be Michael Jordan, but this dude can bring some defense. He can get under Ime Udoka's system, and he also can bring some much needed 3-point shooting to this Houston Rockets team. We can have an elite perimeter shooter to add with these guys, with the Fred VanVleet, to add with the Jabari Smith. We can do so much. He would fit well with Alfred Sengun and all these type of guys. This young core really needs shooting because he needs to work on his jump shot and his 3. Cam is lights out when he wants to be. He just has to learn how to play better within the offense, but Cam is a legitimate scorer. I like what Cam can do. He could play some 2, slide at 3. He's like a combo type player. He's like a 2-guard / 3-guard type guy. He's 6'6", big body, strong. I don't even know. Sometimes he maybe can play small ball 4 as strong as he is and make guys have to chase him around, and he can spread out and shoot the 3 as well. But that is my prospect that I believe the Houston Rockets should take a serious look at bringing in, because I think this kid is going to be good. But H-Town, the rumors are flying all over the place. Houston Rockets are receiving calls for the number 3 overall pick. I don't know what they do, but we will see soon. The draft is right around the corner. Free agency is right around the corner. And I can't wait. I'm a Houston Rockets, Houston Texans, and Houston Astros fan all through and through. Like my show states, everything H-Town, baby. I'm your dreadhead host, Hot Topic TB. It's been real talking to you guys. Sorry if you hear my dog making noise in the background, but peace.
Obviously, you see we got a lot more wins in the last 2 years, so it's good to see the progress.